Hi, thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Kei, Ascension Technologist and Psychologist. Today, I would like to share the messages from the Galactic Federation for October 2023 messages. So, what they are saying, there are like more than one or two messages, and then the first one is to get over your shadow and get over your ego aspect. So, for example, if you are on a path, if you're on a spectrum, not spectrum, let's say, if you're, heading to the certain destination, let's say your destination is 100, but you started from a 0 point, and then you're now, reaching to the point 30, and you're heading to point 100. However, in order to get to point 100, you need to move on to the point 31 and point 32 and point 33. And depending on your consciousness, and depending on what you need to get over, depending on what you need to learn to move on to the next point, you need to do some tasks. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to move on to the next point. However, sometimes your ego is shouting, your ego is, I don't need it. I don't have to do that. I'm perfectly fine. Then, and if you have an avoidant, type of personality, and if you have an avoidant type of attachment, style you have, definitely or most likely you're not going to do point 31 and point 32 tasks assignment. That's what you're supposed to do. And because of your ego, because of your pride you want to keep, you're going to find something else as an alternative. And let's say you find something alternative and you move on to something alternative, to hoping to get to the destination, point 100. But on this alternative route, point 100 is not there as the final destination. You're not going to be able to reach point 100 final destination because it's not on the alternative route. In order to get to the point 100, you need to finish point 31 and point 32 assignment or tasks to transmute your energy and learn something. So what you need to understand is what is the main thing, main task you are definitely need to deal with. And then you need to get over. Otherwise, alternative energy is only the alternative energy. And usually, alternative energy may give you something you can learn. However, it doesn't have the energy, the permanent energy, or like the energy for you, the sustainable energy with the substance for you to get to point 100. This energy will be finished when the energy is finished. All the energies, everything has the energy. Certain energies is the main energies for you. Certain other energies are just the alternative energies for you. And, if you are in the middle of, like in your journey, you may not be able to discern what is the main energy for you to tackle, to face, and to get over your challenges. And sometimes you don't really understand what is the sub energy, what is an alternative energy, which doesn't have a sustainable energy and which doesn't have the substance, which doesn't have that light. But unless you experience, you may not be able to understand that. However, if your energy, if your mental state, if your physical state is off balanced, you may not be able to make a fair judgment. That means you're not going to be able to make a sound judgment you're not going to be able to make an optimal choice for you to move on in your life to get to the final destination. So in that case, it's better for you to ask for advice or suggestions or consultation to somebody else who can see where you are and where you're supposed to move on to. But depending on their background, they may tell you different things. One person maybe tell you solution A, option A. Somebody else can tell you option B, option C, solution D. But again, it depends on what you're going to take and depends on what is your motivation. And if your motivation is not coming from the, optimal, state of mind, again, your destination, heading to the destination may not be able to attainable. Okay, so the main message for October is to stand off, to back off, and then review where you are and understand what is the main energy and what what sort of your ego or resistance is there, and what you don't want to see, you're avoiding, what is your avoidant pattern. Then if you keep trying avoiding, not to challenge your shadow aspect, it's gonna stay there. Then no one is gonna do your assignment on behalf of you. That means at some point you need to tackle, otherwise it's not gonna be removed automatically. That's the first message. And second message is, we human beings have the divine energies within us. Then some people like to support spiritual support or ET support or guides or guardians or angelic support. But again, they are just the sub-energy. It's just a support. They are not the one to do the assignment. They are not the ones to make a decision. You need to make a decision. They can help you, including the Galactic Federation, including your higher self, including angels. They can help you, but they only have the energy to support you. You are the one. You experience anything. You hear something. You feel something. But at the end of the day, you are the one making a decision and take responsibility and move forward or take an alternative route. Then you are the one to make a decision, nobody else. So in another word, you need to cultivate the idea of you are the main person in your life. You are the director of your life. Everyone else, invisible beings, are only the supporters for you. So you shouldn't be depending on them. What they told you or what they are telling you is just a support. You can't make an excuse like, because someone said so, I'm doing this. Because someone said that, this is happening. And this someone should be taking a responsibility, should take a responsibility of this consequence. You can't be trying to dismiss not to take responsibility in your life. So the message is you need to learn how to stand up and how to walk with your 2 feet. Whatever the messages, advices, suggestions, news, information you receive, you can receive anything. You can get any advices and suggestions. But at the end of the day, you should be able to make a decision, not because somebody said so. You need to be responsible for your final decision. Okay? So in this way, you would be able to learn what is good for you, what is not good for you, and what sort of mistakes you have done, or what sort of alternative ways you thought that was a good thing for you, but it wasn't good in the end. So you should be able to create your life based on what you decide, not somebody else decides for you. Okay, so this is the message for October 2023. Then there is no details, but the messages can be applied to your specific situation. Then if you need help, if you need support, you can come to my website, www.uk.gfls.co.uk, and there is a psychic transformation consultation, and then deactivation and energy healing, code cutting. So have a look, and you can contact me by email for query or for bookings. If you would like, you can post your comment below, and then I will have a look. So thank you for listening to my channel and video, and have a good day.